Hey you guys, so I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time now. This is really exciting for me because I feel like I am starting a new season in my life. I feel like this is the beginning to something very special. But first I want to start off by introducing myself. I'm Beljini, and I want to take you guys along with me in my journey, and I want to show you guys a lot of behind the scenes. Where do I start? So I've been working on music, writing and recording and co-producing music for about 3 years now. I've been doing it since I was 15 and I'm currently 18, but I never got to the point of actually releasing music because I felt like there was still a lot for me to learn, and I felt like I don't know, I felt like it was never the right time, I guess you could say. Even though I feel like there is no right time, but there kind of is. Um, anyways, I'm finally leading up to the moment where I am gonna be releasing music very soon, which is so exciting because I've been waiting for this for what feels like forever. But honestly, I'm really glad that I was patient, and I'm really glad that I waited because, like I've said before, um, when I feel ready, like I am now, it's because I am 100% in love with it, and I wanted to be completely in love with what I'm putting out, and that's what I'm feeling at this moment. I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling completely in love with what I'm gonna put out. And you know, at the end of the day, it's my passion, it's my art. So if I'm in love with it, then that's what matters. And it's just really exciting, honestly. So take you guys behind the scenes. Start. Okay, so first of all, I will be doing videos where I take you guys to my studio sessions. I actually already have been filming a little bit in the studio, and I might put some clips from the studio into this video. Maybe I'll do like a little mixture of both. So I want to rewind a little bit. So like I said, I haven't released any music, but I'm going to very soon, which is really exciting. And um although I haven't released any music, I have performed twice. It's not a lot, but I've performed twice. But both of those performances were really special to me, and they were both in this year. So I want to give like a little brief story time of those performances because both of them were so like empowering and special to me. Ooh, excuse me, got a little excited there. Both of those performances were so empowering and exciting to me in their own ways. So my first performance was earlier this year at my prom. So I graduated a little earlier this year. So yeah, my first performance was at my prom, and it felt honestly one of the most empowering moments of my life because not only did I do my first performance at my prom in front of a bunch of people that I went to school with, which in itself sounds intimidating, but I also didn't have a date at prom. So boss girl power move. um I don't know, I felt like going to prom without a date and performing in front of everybody was honestly a power move. It was giving boss girl to the max, and it was a moment in life where I felt most proud of myself because I feel like I really did that on my own, and it made me realize how happy I am with myself and how I don't need anybody else, how happiness comes from you. Basically, it made me see how important self-love is and how you only need yourself at the end of the day. Um, yeah, so that was really special. So it opened my eyes to a lot of self-love. It opened my eyes to being happy and showing myself that happiness comes within, you know, myself first. So honestly, if you're struggling to find happiness and you feel like, you know, you're struggling with self-love, just follow your passion and, you know, see where that gets you. Because honestly, for me, following my passion, that's what truly has made me happy with myself. That's what has made me proud of myself and all that. But anyways, I'm just rambling on. So on to the next performance. So my second performance, my most recent performance, was about a month ago already, and I played the harp. I played a little bit of the harp and I sang um at my cousin's wedding. That was so special. It was very emotional, it was very touching, because obviously I did it for my cousin and her husband. So, you know, just it was just a beautiful, loving, romantic moment. And honestly, I felt like I was in a movie. I felt like it was in a romance novel. Like, it was just, I was so honored to be able to perform at her wedding. And yeah, both of those performances, my performance at prom and at the wedding, both of those were so like special in their own ways. So even though I've only performed 2 times, both have been very meaningful to me. And every time every time, I swear, like I did like hella performances, but both of those times that I performed, the moment that I get off stage, the moment that it's, you know, done with, is I realize how much more performances that I want to do, how much more that I want to be, you know, an artist, a performer. It makes me, you know, want it even more, because I just love performing, and I love, you know, creating music and singing in front of people, and just, you know, I love just giving a show for people. It makes me really happy. And it's beautiful, it's art. um but yeah, so like I mentioned, I played the harp in my second performance. I played a little bit of the harp, um and I actually started playing the harp about 6 months ago. So I'm not pro or anything, I'm just a beginner. I But I really love playing the harp. I feel like it's very therapeutic. And when I was choosing an instrument, at the time I felt like, okay, I really want to play an instrument, because yes, I'm an artist, but I also want to be able to call myself a musician. And I felt like, obviously, in order to call yourself a musician, you have to play an instrument. So I was like, which instrument do I want to play? And I wanted to play something unique, something that you don't see too often. Although I feel like all instruments are beautiful, obviously. But I remember seeing a performance. Well, there was two things. I remember seeing a TikTok. Okay, guys, so like I was saying before, I remember at the time I was trying to choose which instrument that I wanted to play. And I just remember scrolling through TikTok and one day seeing this girl playing Young and Beautiful by Lana Del Rey, my queen, um on the harp. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that is so beautiful. Like, imagine like singing that and playing it on the harp at the same time. Like, that would just be magnificent. So whatever, I kind of, you know, just saved it and looked at it a few times after, and then just didn't really think too much into it. But then I remember watching this Kali Uchis video on YouTube. It was Dead to Me acoustic version, and I remember Kali, she was just like, you know, singing, doing her thing, singing Dead to Me, and there was this girl in the back just playing the harp. And I was like, wow, like that's so beautiful. Imagine, again, like I said before, imagine playing the harp and singing at the same time. Both of those in sync is just, it would be everything. So I was like, you know what, this is it. This is the instrument that I want to pursue. I have to learn it. And so I did my research, and it was hard because you know, finding somewhere to get harp lessons at is a little struggle, since it's not a very common instrument. The community is actually very small. So I had to email like a lot of music sorry I had to email a lot of music studios, and I had to, you know, even talk on the phone with some harpists and just do my research. But jumping forward, I remember I found this rental place where I rented my current harp. She's in the back, you can't really see her. By the way, I call her because I refer to her as a person, and she is a she. She's back there. You can't really see her. Maybe I'll insert a clip of her. I found this rental place. It was at this lady's house. She's so sweet, and she recommended me this harpist, and that is where I found my current harpist. I don't even know the exact term to refer to her as. I still call her like my harpist, my teacher, my harpist lady teacher. I don't know, but anyways, she gives me lessons. And well, right now after the wedding, it's been a month, but it's been a month since I performed at the with my harp. And after that performance, I decided to take a little break so that way I could focus on my music and I could focus on the studio and other stuff. And you know, like a lot of other things came up. So I am currently taking a little break from my lessons, but I will be starting back up with my lessons new year, which I'm really happy about. I honestly do miss my lessons. I miss going in person even. Sometimes we mix it up. Sometimes I'll do my lessons on Zoom, sometimes I'll do them obviously in person. I enjoy going in person a little bit more, but Zoom also works really good, or Zoom, FaceTime, whatever. So yeah, I will be taking you guys along with me in my journey as far as like my musicals and behind the scenes in the studio, and maybe I'll even show you guys behind the scenes of how my harp lessons are going when I go in person. Maybe sometimes I'll even record my FaceTime Zoom sessions and other things as well. So yeah, this is a new season in my life, a new chapter, whatever you want to call it, but I'm really excited and I'm looking forward to it. I could tell it's nothing but just great things ahead, and yeah, I'm really excited. Okay, until next time, sincerely, Belgini.